Welcome to the first ever episode of Sports in 10. We've got a lot to talk about today. Everything from Shohei's big deal to the Juan Soto trade and everything else in between. Let's hop right into it. First, we're going to talk about Shohei to the Los Angeles Dodgers. The most amount of money ever guaranteed in a contract. 10 years, $700 million. Shohei Ohtani said, and I quote, "To all the fans and everyone involved in the baseball world, I apologize for taking so long to come to a decision. I have decided to choose the Dodgers as my next team." End quote. Shohei Ohtani has absolutely crushed the total for the most money given out in a contract in MLB history, destroying the record given to his former teammate Mike Trout, who got 12 years, $426.5 million. It's also easily topping the largest in any league's history. Patrick Mahomes was given the largest contract in North American sports history when he signed a $450 million deal. This deal is worth $70 million a year, which is some of the highest in international sports history, competing with the Barcelona re-signing Lionel Messi, Al Nassr signing a record transfer fee for Cristiano Ronaldo, and obviously destroys any baseball record per year basis, killing the record held by Verlander and Scherzer just last year, getting $43.3 million a year. This contract is worth more than the 2023 opening day payrolls of the A's and Orioles. The Orioles were number one in the AL, and they just beat out their entire payroll. This deal does not include a single opt-out, which means Shohei will be an LA Dodger for 10 years, and the majority of his contract will be deferred. So Shohei is going to be getting a lot of money in his older years. He can't leave the Dodgers until his contract is up, and by then he'll be in his very late 30s. He'll probably retire as a Dodger. Absolutely unprecedented deal. Never seen anything like it. We'll probably never see something like it again for a long time to come. Shohei Ohtani is a Dodger. And I'll leave you with this from Nez Balelo. I might have butchered that name. He said about Shohei that he is thrilled to be a part of this Dodgers organization. He's excited to begin this partnership. He's structured the contract to reflect a true commitment from both sides in long-term success. Finally, we have a baseball player not worried about the business and worried about winning. In other news, on Wednesday night, the Yankees went out and got the second biggest player of the offseason, as they went out and got Juan Soto and Trent Grisham from the Padres. Now, the Padres did get an absolute haul back, getting Michael King, Yani Brito, Randy Vasquez, Drew Thorpe, and Kyle Higashioka from the Yankees. An absolute haul of mid-level players and prospects that could really become something, but it seems as if the Yankees are the clear winners. Obviously, Juan Soto has one of the best starts to his career in MLB history, and Trent Grisham will always show up if he can make it to the playoffs. The Yankees have made it to the playoffs pretty consistently. This year was the first time they missed the playoffs in a long time, and they talk about underwhelming seasons when the Yankees make it to the second or even third round of the playoffs. The Yankees are a storied franchise that are only expected to make the playoffs, and Trent Grisham can really help out in those pushes. Obviously, Juan Soto will always be good, but for the Padres, in a very difficult NL West, including the pennant winners, multiple teams that are very much in it for the playoffs, and the Colorado Rockies, they really need to stay in contention if they want to make the playoffs. If they want to win their division with some really good teams in it, as in the Diamondbacks, as in the Giants, they really need the people they just traded for to show up. They need Michael King to have a career year. They need Johnny Brito and Renny Vasquez to have great years. They need Drew Thorpe to come out and be the prospect everybody expected him to be, and it could be really tough. Obviously, the Yankees looking for Juan Soto and Alex Verdugo in a left-handed happy Yankee Stadium. Two lefties, two power-hitting lefties that could really do something. For grades, however, I would say that the Yankees, obviously, they're going to have a crazy payroll. They're going to have a terrifying lineup of Judge, Soto, Stanton, Verdugo. You name it, they have it. I'm going to give the Yankees an A- in this trade. Why not A or A+? Because Juan Soto obviously proved himself. Trent Grisham, not a great piece, and they've given up a lot. Trent Grisham, like I said, really only shows up in the playoffs. And they've given up 5 players for him, including some players that have shown something in the major leagues. Higashioka and Michael King both have definitely done something. However, for the Padres, I mean, the best you can really expect out of these guys is maybe 1 really generational prospect, maybe 2 if you're lucky. Michael King, Higashioka, they've shown more bad than good in the majors. They probably won't amount to much. So for the Padres, I'll give it a C+. I mean, they gave up arguably their best player in what is already a stacked lineup, and they're still really deep into the luxury tax. So we'll see if Michael King and all these prospects can show up, and heck, maybe they'll prove me wrong. Last night, Jaden Daniels was announced the Heisman Trophy Award winner, getting 503 first-place votes and 2,029 total points, just edging out Michael Penix by 328 points, the closest Heisman Award race in half a decade since Kyler Murray beat Tua Tagovailoa. Jaden Daniels said that winning the Heisman for him was a dream come true, and he definitely earned it. Don't believe me? Well, he ended with over 3,800 passing yards and over 1,100 rushing yards. It was an absolutely incredible season. He led all of FBS in quarterback rating with a 95.7. He got an FBS record with 11.7 yards per attempt. He got 40 passing touchdowns, 70 completions of 20-plus yards. He was 7th in the nation with a 72.2 completion percentage. His 412.2 total offensive yards per game was 74 better than the second best player. And that's only his passing statistics. As a runner, he was only topped by 25 rushers in total yards per game. His 8.4 rushing yards per attempt was top 5 in all of FBS. He more than tripled his output since his freshman year. And remember, this was in the Southeastern Conference. This was in the SEC, which is obviously known for being the most difficult place to play college football. It could not be much more difficult than this. And for all that say Jaden Daniels don't deserve it, I hope those statistics just turn it for you. Obviously, all respect to Michael Penix. Even if I am a Purdue fan, he was absolutely electric at IU. He deserved that award just as much as Jaden Daniels is, and would have won it in really any other year. But Jaden Daniels, your Heisman Award winner, completely deserved. So join me again tomorrow at 10 a.m. where we discuss the in-season tournament final, which I've got running on my phone right now. Go Pacers. And maybe some new deals that could be done in the next 24 hours. You never know. See you tomorrow. This is Sports Nerd, signing off.